The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they match up with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. Ben's throw complete there to Johnson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid and a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Oh, dude. Touchdown.
1st down and more. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon, 45 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after.
Oh, missed the extra point, though.
His kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
grandma used
The
to say.
Steeler
You put it
offense here
together like
about
a
ready for their
jigsaw
next
puzzle.
drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Don't do it
Looking
over,
at a
boy.
2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action. Now
You know it.
Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to let it go again.
Come on,
That's
man.
incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw.
Uh-oh.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
You're gonna make it hard
Play action. It's Roethlisberger.
for him.
Buying time to his left. And this pass broken up. The contact
Work
well
down, please.
timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that
Let's hit
allow
on
them
the
to
side
finish
now,
drives
Roethlisberger.
with points.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be
Right,
incomplete. Boy, a real head scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 39
Right,
now, they'll
show
come
how
up
it's
on a
done.
1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
Go.
And this is caught off the deflection. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd
Go,
down.
Monte. Got him.
Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 6-0 our score after 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Go, yo.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
Go, Kyle.
His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after
Oh,
the
he's gonna get him this
incompletion on
time.
1st down.
Here,
Rodgers
right.
again
Go,
now.
Tony. Oh.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Go. Touchdown, Jones.
Will score. Touchdown, Packers. Though CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Let's go again.
Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down. Turned it over,
Get him
gave him
again.
great field position, turned it to 6 points. So
Come on,
they gotta
man.
recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one
Roughing
decision
the
can
passer,
do in
yeah.
the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And the tackle there by Chris Barnes.
Don't hit him like that,
Run
Bar.
good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Roethlisberger. That swung out wide to Harris. And he'll go down at the 28.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Go, boy. Touchdown.
20. And into the end zone. It's a pick.
They don't quit.
Coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams.
Got the Rams this on. Let's go, hometown team.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
Go.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Rodgers to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And again, it's Rodgers.
Boys, I call.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Rodgers now to throw.
Go.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Stafford. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Get them niggas they ball back.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
What can he do?
Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Go, Monte.
Slant to Adams.
Touchdown.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Touchdown,
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it It's 7-0 Packers. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On 1st and 10, Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. A good down to possibly take a shot. And in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3, ball on the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Matthew Stafford keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
All right, now I'm playing the game right now.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And
They
he
gotta
will
do
be
it right
brought
now.
out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, and that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Going up top for Kupp, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. We'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But
but the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On fourth down, Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
Yeah, deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7. But they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's do there again.
Oh, he fakes a spike. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. They'll run forward with Akers and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action, Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. Remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick, could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. Now let's see, yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check